In this video, we will take a look at the properties folder in our project. So if we open this up, in the properties folder, we have a file called launchsetting.json. This tells Visual Studio what to do if you press the Run button. By default, we have two profiles. The IIS Express will launch IIS Express, which will host the application and start a browser when that will hit the URL. It will also set environment variables to development in this case. We can detect this environment and make changes based on that. Example, if it is development, we can load the full CSS, and if it is not development, then we will load just the minified version to increase the efficiency there. There is also a section to configure the IIS settings, and here you can configure the authentication, application URL, and the SSL port. The second profile which we have is just the project name, so it's book list. It will run the application as command line application, so the internal Kestrel or the internal web server would be used. Then a browser would be started which hits the URL. These could be set by going to properties of the project. So if we right click on project and if we go to properties, in the debug, we see we have both the profiles here. So you can set all of these properties here, or you can directly change them in the launch settings.json. Another new thing with ASP.NET Core is the www.root folder. So if we open this up, we see there are folders for CSS, images, JavaScripts, and libraries. In this folder, you would be placing all the static files like images, CSS, JavaScripts, and also static HTML files. This folder is the root for our website. None of the code files that we will be creating will go inside this folder. So you shouldn't be placing any C# or Razor files here. This folder has been created with an idea of having a nice separation between code files and static files. Since we created the application using MVC template, we can see that Visual Studio has already placed Bootstrap CSS and few other JavaScripts and jQuery for us. So if we go into Bootstrap and if we go scroll down further, we see we have the Bootstrap CSS here. So let me close this, and also ASP.NET has already created a site.css which we will be updating in the later on videos, and this is because we created an MVC application. So if we run this application using the IIS Express, we can click here, and perfect, we see there is a home page here where it is displaying images. So that is because of all the CSS and the JavaScripts that are included here. In the next video, let's continue exploring all the files and go to the controllers, models, and views.